Yo. So, I want to talk about something. IWC. Yes. The wrestling community. Now, obviously, we know the good ones. We know the good people, but I want to talk about the bad side of IWC. This idea literally popped in my head when I was having a shower, so I've got some videos lined up here, so we're gonna react to them. Give us a second to transition. I've got some videos here to line. I've got some videos lined up here. We're just gonna watch them. I've got a couple shorts I want to watch here as well. So yeah, if I get copyrighted, I won't be sad, but yeah, let's get it.
Vintage new electric.
Could have an advert first, apparently. Mute. Rest in peace, Too Sword, by the way. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of have my thoughts about this. Like fans attacking wrestlers and that, so I've got snacks as well. In case I'm hungry. Want to make this like so full screen, let's just
It's easier than
it's like what, a minute into the video and we've had nothing but adverts. God's sake. SoundCloud, yes. Follow me on SoundCloud, people. Okay, let's go.
If a fan ever attacks a wrestler, this is probably what's going to happen. If the wrestler doesn't fight back, then security will, and the fan will be ejected from the building and might even
The videos that I watch, I'll put the creators in the description, by the way.
receive a life ban from attending WWE shows. Unfortunately, justice doesn't always get served, and Randy Orton knows as well. In 2006, the Viper was in hostile territory when he wrestled at ECW One Night Stand. The fans booed Orton, and it looked like the Viper was enjoying the hate. Randy's attitude changed though when a kid in the audience punched him in the arm. The Apex Predator turned around and stared at the young fan. To the kid's credit, he had a pair, as he just stood there and continued chewing his gum. Probably because he wasn't an adult, Orton didn't do anything, and surprisingly, security didn't take the kid out of the building. This next one...
That's not bad, to be fair. This is a little punch. A lot of something, you know what I'm saying?
Enjoying the hate. Randy's attitude changed though when a kid in the audience punched him in the arm. The Apex Predator turned around and stared at the young fan. To the kid's credit, he had a pair, as he just stood there and continued chewing his gum. Probably because he wasn't an adult, Orton didn't do anything, and surprisingly, security didn't take the kid out of the building.
Yeah,
This next one is gonna make you mad. CM Punk
my boy CM Punk, see what's happening.
was wrestling Vince McMahon live on Raw. The straight-edge wrestler was about to hit his boss with the GTS until Ryback interrupted. Thanks to some help from John Cena, the big guy almost took out Punk with a shell shock, but the WWE champion escaped. CM Punk ran his to get away
I remember which one this is. I remember which one this is. Okay, yeah.
and stood shoulder to shoulder with the audience. A few fans got a bit too touchy, and Punk ended up punching one of them in the face.
Yeah, I remember that.
The frustrating part is that CM Punk attacked the wrong fan. Look closely, you'll see that a different fan smacks Punk on the back of the head.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Let's replay that.
A few fans got a bit too touchy, and Punk ended up punching.
Yeah, you can see. If I slow it down real quick, sorry. This isn't really reaction, it's more of a observation.
The audience. A few fans got a bit too touchy, and
Yeah, you can see. Yeah.
Punk ended up punching one of them in the face.
Sorry.
The frustrating part is that CM Punk attacked the wrong fan. Look closely, you'll see that a different fan smacks Punk on the back of the head. Of course, CM Punk didn't see who it was, but it's still upsetting that a poor fan got hurt, while the guy who actually did it got off scot-free.
That's never okay to put hands on wrestlers, man. Like, let me finish my best and then I'll talk to you. Right. They're out there, putting their bodies on the line and whatever, and then some dickhead goes like that to him. Obviously, Punk's gonna hit back. He did the right thing, but obviously, he hit the wrong fight. He hit this guy.
See who it was, but it's still upsetting that a poor
He hit this guy, obviously, but
fan got hurt.
it's still not
while the guy
okay
who
to.
actually did it got off scot-free. This one was super disrespectful. In a phenomenal match between two of the best wrestlers of all time, Triple H and Stone Cold Steve Austin destroyed one another in a 3 Stages of Hell match. The match was brutal and exhausting, but the two athletes put on an amazing show for the fans. Unfortunately, as both men laid lifeless on the mat, someone in the crowd threw a beer that hit Austin directly in the head. Stone Cold's sudden reaction shows just how badly the blow hurt. Triple H even rolled over to check and see if Austin was okay. Had the fan been closer to the ring, security probably would have seen who threw it and taken the individual out of the arena.
Why would you throw a beer at that? That's just a masterpiece. If then some dickhead throws a beer into his head, like why would you do that?
Shows just how badly the blow hurt. Triple H even rolled over to check and see if Austin was okay. Had the fan been closer to the ring, security probably would have seen who threw it and taken the individual out of the arena.
Absolutely.
If you're not mad already, these next few people will make you hate being a wrestling fan. The 2015 Royal Rumble will live in infamy for what happened after the show was over. Probably fueled by anger that Roman Reigns won the Rumble match, WWE fans harassed wrestlers after the show. As Heath Slater was leaving, a fan set up a chair in front of the wrestler's car, preventing Slater from exiting the parking lot. While that was bad enough, some fans actually tried to hurt the WWE wrestlers. The Usos and Naomi were leaving the arena in their rental car when fans with chairs started hitting the vehicle. The Usos noted that security wasn't there, so they had to fight off the attackers themselves. Luckily, as soon as the Usos got out of the vehicle, the fans ran away. Unfortunately though, those fans weren't caught.
Again, why? Just why? Why?
Car, preventing Slater from...
Why would you just sit there on the chair, preventing the wrestlers to go? Because obviously they have to catch flights, they have to go to hotels, blah, blah, blah. Why? Just why?
exiting the parking lot. While that was bad enough, some fans actually tried to hurt the WWE wrestlers. The Usos and Naomi the Usos noted that security wasn't there, so they had to fight off the attackers themselves. Luckily, as soon as the Usos got out of the vehicle, the fans ran away. Unfortunately though, those fans weren't caught. This incident was just crazy. Days before Shawn Michaels and Stone Cold would face each other in their iconic WrestleMania 14 match, Shawn and his DX partners did a public workout to promote the show. Someone in the crowd must have hated Michaels, because he threw a frickin' battery that hit HBK in the head. Shawn stopped mid-sentence after getting hit and walked out of the ring. Vince McMahon was upset, because in his words,
"You never, ever walk out on your audience."
Typically when we see wrestling
We don't want to hit a wrestler with a battery, Vince?
fans jump the barricade...
That's what you're worried about?
But craziness isn't gender specific. There have been female wrestling fans who have leapt over the guardrail and attempted, or even succeeded, in getting into the ring. Here are several women who jumped the barricade at wrestling shows. In July of 2010, Raw was emanating from Lexington, Kentucky. After the show went off the air, John Cena and Randy Orton had a tag team match against Chris Jericho and Sheamus. The match ended with Cena and Orton hitting both their finishers at the same time and picking up the win. But it was a moment after the show that caught everyone's attention. A teenage girl from the crowd jumped over the barricade and crawled into the ring. She approached John Cena, but security got to her almost immediately and took the girl out of the ring. The female fan tried to resist by wrapping herself around the bottom rope, but the security personnel were able to pull her off. They carried her over the barricade and escorted the girl out of the arena. Thankfully,
But I told them with like, it's just him or that's strong.
nobody got hurt, and it was pretty funny seeing Randy Orton getting ready to hit the RKO and Cena calming him down. During The Undertaker's Lord of
That's not too bad, to be fair. It's just a lot of fun trying to get Cena.
and took the girl out of the ring. The female fan tried to resist by wrapping herself
John. Don't talk about that, hold on.
out of the ring. The female
Why have you got your pants like that?
fan tried to resist
What the hell?
by wrapping over the RKO era in the mid-90s, hit the RKO, and Cena calming him down. During The Undertaker's Lord of Darkness era in the mid-90s, the Dead Man had some very devoted fans. One of them was from Des Moines, Iowa, and she planned on attacking Paul Bearer, who had betrayed The Undertaker and was going to reveal the Dead Man's secrets. As Bearer was making his way towards the ring, the female Undertaker fan got over the guardrail and attempted to take down the Mortician. WWE must not have had a ton of security at the show, because the camera guy actually had to step in. The whole incident lasted about 15 seconds, and the woman was taken away. Paul Bearer got back on his feet right away, and acted as if the entire thing hadn't happened.
That's just stupid, like... I don't get why fans attack wrestlers. Obviously you're going to get banned, you're going to get thrown out the arena. Just sit there and enjoy the wrestlers Doing their
The
thing,
female
bro.
Undertaker fan got over the guardrail
Oh,
and
God,
attempted
bro.
to take down the mortician. WWE must not have had a ton of security at the show because the camera guy actually had to step in. The whole incident lasted about 15 seconds, and the woman was taken away. Paul Bearer got back on his feet right away and acted as if the entire thing hadn't happened. The story doesn't quite end there, though.
How are you holding up, Administrator?
Let's move down to the administrator. Can't eat my food, so.
The Undertaker revealed on Chavo Guerrero's podcast that later that night, the crazy fan found the hotel the Undertaker was at and knocked on the door. The hotel staff got the woman out of there, and nothing too serious happened.
Are you kidding me? She was at the hotel. That's another thing I don't like, following wrestlers to like airports, like hotels, bro. Just let them be, dog. Just let them be. They're humans. You fucks. They're humans. Let them be. If you go to my hotel door, but like a crazy fan, I'd knock them.
Crazy fan found the hotel the Undertaker was at and knocked on the door. The hotel staff got the woman out of there, and nothing too serious happened. But this lady has to be one of the craziest wrestling fans ever.
I know.
Female fans didn't just jump the barricade at WWE shows. In 1995, at WCW's Halloween Havoc pay-per-view, Macho Man Randy Savage had a match against the Zodiac. Only the ring were often attacked. On a 2014 episode of SmackDown,
Must have been copyright.
the Shield were kicking things off. Just as Seth Rollins began talking, a woman in a pink shirt who was sitting near the stage leapt over the barricade. She ran towards the ring, but security got to her before she could get to the Shield. The female fan was taken away, and she ended up paying for a ticket and missing the entire show. Since SmackDown wasn't airing live, the incident was cut from the show's TV broadcast.
Well, that's her fault.
Seth Rollins began talking, a woman in a pink shirt who was sitting near the stage leapt over the barricade. She ran towards the ring, but security got to her before she could get to the Shield. The female fan
Didn't we do that?
was taken away, and she ended up paying for a ticket and missing the entire show. Since SmackDown wasn't airing live, the incident was cut from the show's TV broadcast. Despite the absence of fans at wrestling shows in 2020, we still saw a handful of crazy individuals trying, and in some cases, successfully attacking wrestlers. Back in February, when fans were still in attendance, MJF proved just how good of a
My boy Max.
heel he is. To close out the episode of Dynamite, Cody
Oh, that was
tried
such
to
a good
endure 10
segment, bro.
lashes, or risk forfeiting his match at Revolution.
That was so
Cody made
good.
it through all 10 lashes, but a frustrated MJF kicked Rhodes afterward and immediately ran into the crowd with his bodyguard, Wardlow. The two stopped in front of one of the exits when all of a sudden, a man wearing a black hat charged at MJF. Wardlow and MJF fought back and were able to easily subdue the attacker, but it probably helped that they had the high ground.
I feel like that was staged. You know, I could be wrong, but I don't know. I've always felt like that one was staged. But like I say, it's outside this for the whole video. It's never okay to attack wrestlers.
Charged at MJF.
Because either
Wardlow and MJF fought back and were able to
you gotta get your ass whooped or you gotta get kicked out. That's just how it is.
easily subdue the attacker, but it probably helped that they had the high ground. However, the legitimacy of the attack was questioned, with sources reporting it was actually Frankie Kazarian who went off script. We never saw a clear shot of the man's face, but he was clearly wearing knee pads. But then again, this wouldn't be the first time intruding fans wore wrestling gear. What do you think? Is MJF so heated that a real fan would want to take a shot at him, or was this just part of the show? This next
I think it was part of the show, but I guess we'll never know.
fan attack happened right before the pandemic hit in the small city of Jasper, Alabama. The company,
Sweet
New Era Wrestling,
home,
was
sorry.
hosting its second anniversary, which featured a tag team match involving a wrestler named Ace Haven.
Whose grandma is this? What the fuck?
During the contest, Ace's wife, Amy Haven, who had accompanied him to the ring, began arguing with the woman in the front row. The fan took things way too far and jumped at Amy and took her to the ground. Ace came to his wife's aid, which caused even more fans to get involved in the fight. While the footage abruptly cuts off, it was reported that, eventually, the situation was cleared and the match finished. Like many other attacks, this fan received a lifetime ban for the incident. The past two attacks happened before the
That's just stupid.
front row. The fan took things way too far and jumped at Amy and took her to the ground. Ace came to his wife's aid, which caused even more fans to get involved in the fight. While the footage abruptly cuts off, it was reported that, eventually, the situation was cleared and the match finished.
That's
Like many other
disgraceful, man. They're out there competing a match, putting the bodies on the line, and fans just attack them like it's nothing. It's
attacks,
disgracing.
this fan received a lifetime ban for the incident. The past 2 attacks happened before the pandemic, but this next one happened well after COVID hit. Shortly after allowing fans back to their events, AEW held its 3rd pay-per-view of the year, All Out. While keeping social distancing in mind, Jon Moxley made his entrance through the crowd. One fan seemed to forget about the 6 feet apart rule and charge at the AEW World Champion. Security got to him just in time and took the man to the ground, and eventually escorted him away. It's unclear what the fans' intentions were, but Moxley did comment on the incident and said this.
I don't even think he was trying to attack me. I think he was trying to just celebrate with me, like, yeah, rock and roll, Moxley. Never a good idea.
In 2002,
Yeah,
Pedro
never a good idea.
That's
That's all I've got to say about that one.
For the Intercontinental title. After trading wins and losses, their final championship bout was going to be in a ladder match in the main event of Raw, which was emanating from Alberta,
Oh.
Canada.
Rest in peace, Eddie, but I do remember this one.
After battering and beating each other, both men climbed up the ladder and started battling right below the championship. Once RVD was stunned, Eddie leaped over Mr. Monday Night and slammed him onto the mat. With his opponent out of it, Guerrero climbed back up the ladder, but once he was near the top, a fan in an Edmonton Oilers jersey ran into the ring and pushed the ladder over. Luckily, Eddie Guerrero had the reflexes of a cat and landed safely, and the fan was taken out soon after. According to his book, Eddie thought at first it was Crash Holly doing a run-in. While all fan attacks are scummy, pushing someone off a ladder has to be towards the top of the list. Regardless, both wrestlers continued with the match, which RVD ultimately won. Going back 4 years to
Why? I'm probably going to say why a lot in this video. I mean, thank God Eddie had those reflexes though.
Championship. Guerrero climbed back up the ladder, but once he was near the top, a fan in an Edmonton Oilers jersey ran into the ring.
Look
and
at
pushed the
those
ladder over.
reflexes. Eddie was so smooth, man. Rest in peace, man.
Luckily, Eddie Guerrero had the reflexes of a cat.
Eddie was so smooth.
And the fan was taken out soon.
But then he got
after.
clocked.
According to his book, Eddie thought at first it was Crash Holly doing a run-in. While all fan attacks are scummy, pushing someone off a ladder has to be towards the top of the list. Regardless, both wrestlers continued with the match, which RVD ultimately won. Going back 4 years to 1998, a live edition of WCW Thunder aired from Tallahassee, Florida. During the show, Raven got into the ring and started throwing some shit at Diamond Dallas Page.
Sorry.
Not even 30 seconds into the promo, and Raven was yanked out of the ring by a fan who appeared from out of nowhere. Security was there in a flash, and Raven responded with a deathly glare before getting back to business. The fan really threw off the show, though, as Raven's mic stopped working, and someone had to hand him a new one. I guess this guy was the original Florida man. Ironically, the same thing.
Yeah, why? I'm just gonna stop saying why, but what was his
Out
intention?
of nowhere.
What was his intention? Was he gonna attack
Security
Raven or
was there in a
something?
Flash, and Raven responded with a deathly glare before getting back to business. The fan really threw off the show, though, as Raven's mic stopped working, and someone had to hand him a new one. I guess this guy was the original Florida man. Ironically, the same thing happened on the following episode of Nitro. Raven had sent his flock to attack DDP, then, from behind, someone in a blue shirt tackled the former ECW star. Though, the man kinda looks like Chris Kanyon, so who knows if this second attack was actually staged. In the end, Raven appears to be okay after both attacks, so I guess that's what really matters.
True.
One thing we can learn from this video is fan attacks can happen anywhere in the world. This was made clear in 2013, when WWE was touring South Africa. After defeating Big E Langston, Randy Orton did his signature pose on the ropes. From out of nowhere, someone from the audience got into the center of the ring and low-blowed the Viper. Once he was back to his feet, Orton went straight for the guy, and luckily for the attacker, security got to him first. While the fan was quickly removed from the ring, the Apex Predator did get a kick in that gave the man a black eye. As it turns out, the fan was actually a wrestler himself, named Josie the Wrestling Machine, and he had been planning the attack before arriving at the show. In fact, the man quit his job so he could attend the event, which ended up working out well for him, since he was arrested immediately afterwards. As for Randy Orton, this is what he had to say after the incident.
Idiot.
I sure as hell didn't sell for the guy. I wish I would have kicked him harder in the face. I love the internet.
It's strange industry, isn't it?
Oh, strange indeed.
As is tradition, the 2019 Hall of Fame
Classic
ceremony
response.
took place the night before WrestleMania 35. The evening that celebrated wrestling's past was derailed during the introduction of the Hart Foundation. While giving a speech, Bret Hart was tackled by someone from the audience. Security and fellow wrestlers came to Hart's aid in a split second, and the fan was subdued. Despite the chaos and the sea of bodies, the attacker was removed in just a few minutes, and the ceremony returned to normal.
I would say it's like having another producer in the room that knows exactly what your song means. This is co-producer, the fastest way to find samples that fit your track. It listens to your track and pulls in samples.
Yeah, it's never okay, man.
One of the
The top
darkest and
wrestlers.
saddest days in wrestling was when Eddie Guerrero passed away in 2005.
Rip
Eddie was
Eddie.
just 38 years old and had wrestled only 5 days before his death. While WWE did host their own tribute shows, many other wrestling companies paid their respects too. This included the Philadelphia-based Combat Zone Wrestling. Combat Zone was performing the 10-bell salute for Guerrero, a tradition whenever a wrestler passes away. Everyone remained silent and respectful, except for one person.
So Eddie. That's Eddie.
Sometimes, it's not what fans say that's disrespectful,
Just disgusting, innit? Rest in peace, Eddie, but that's fucking disgusting.
but what they do. The masked luchador La Parka was wrestling when a fan
Get
tried
to
to
that
take
in a
his
minute.
mask. Parker gave the would-be thief exactly what he deserved.
y le da un golpe en la cara, en el rostro del aficionado.
Oh,
I'll give this next man
Jesus.
credit. He's got balls. In 2013, WWE was doing a series of shows in South Africa. Randy Orton was
We'll skip this one because we've literally just seen it. Skip that one. There we go.
to Sometimes, you'll need to throw a single fist to put a disrespectful fan in their place, as demonstrated by Io Shirai. In 2017,
Japanese. It's no, that's funny. That's actually funny.
by Io Shirai.
She says, I'm Japanese, and then hits the splits. That's so
2017,
funny.
Sami Zayn was in Argentina on a WWE tour. While traveling, a group of fans started following Zayn around. Sami had his guide tell the fans to stop following him, but the fans ignored the guide's request. Sami then decided to talk to them using the King's English.
Did you get the away from me, please?
In 1997, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, and Six, aka X-Pac, made an
You already know how I feel about fans following wrestlers. I'm not going to say anything.
appearance at a spring break event hosted by MTV. While on stage, a spectator started throwing rocks at the trio. When the security wouldn't do anything about it, Nash took matters into his own hands and took the fan to the ground. I think he stopped throwing rocks after that.
Get him out of here. Get him out of here. When the show's over, we want to press charges. We'll come find you.
On April 20th,
Rest in
1999,
peace,
the
Scott.
legendary Rick Rude died at the age of 40 due to heart failure.
Rick
While Rude
Rude.
was a WCW wrestler at the time, the entire wrestling community mourned his death. Well, everyone except one fan. At an ECW event, they had a moment of silence, followed by a 10-bell salute. Some fan in the front row decided to interrupt the salute, and all heck broke loose.
You claim to be a wrestling fan? You buy a front row ticket and then you sit on your fat ass while we're trying to pay respect? You should be ashamed of yourself. I can't believe you actually gave birth to something like this.
The owner of ECW,
He says,
Paul
"Baba."
Heyman, then came out and did one better.
Here is double your money back. Get the out of here.
One of the most hated WWE commentators of all time is Michael Cole. For a long while, Cole had the unfortunate task of promoting whatever WWE was pushing, whether it be their mobile app, the WWE Network, or something else. While doing a radio show, a fan called in and began harassing Michael Cole. Regardless of how you feel about Cole's commentary skills, you'll enjoy hearing how Cole handled this fan.
I wish Taz was doing the show solo.
Hey, listen. Hey, listen, kid. Talk, you know, you can do whatever you want to do. You can put me on mute. You can turn the goddamn channel for all I care. All I know is I've been doing that show for 337 episodes, so I must be doing something right. And what the are you doing? What the are you doing? I'm hosting a goddamn national television show, and now I'm on a goddamn radio station at the invite of Howard Stern. What the are you doing? And you're listening to us now. So obviously you didn't hit the mute switch tonight. Cole?
During a WWE event
Absolutely.
in Germany, Triple H was taking on Stone Cold Steve Austin. The game and the Rattlesnake
Oh,
were putting on a great
different
show
one.
when a fan suddenly got into the ring. Triple H had none of it. It instantly made the fan regret getting inside the squared circle.
Jesus.
Even the referee joined in on the attack. The fan was eventually taken out by security, but he left with an experience he definitely won't forget. This wasn't Triple H's last run-in with a fan either. On an episode of Raw, the game had just finished a match with the Big Show. Afterward, Triple H and Stephanie were confronted by Linda McMahon. However, the King of Kings had to deal with a rogue fan first.
Bitches, why? Say to Stephanie's mama. What is this?
Just why? No one cares about outfits, bro. It's just stupid fans, man. I don't get it.
It doesn't matter if it's a massive WWE show or a smaller independent event. Fans should never jump into the ring.
Exactly.
One guy learned this lesson the hard way.
Do not get into the ring. This is real.
Yes, it is real. The guy dancing up there.
During a ladder match between Eddie Guerrero and Rob Van
It's
Dam,
scripted,
a
but
fan
real.
thought it was fun to knock Eddie off the ladder.
I saw this
Latino
already.
Heat gave the fan
Saw this already. Oh, this one's funny.
Chris Jericho is not someone you want to make mad.
I'd like to see the son of a bitch that threw that on my face that will beat your ass.
Y2J is not afraid to get payback if you upset him, as seen here. On an episode of AEW Dynamite, Jericho and MJF were in the ring when a fan got over the barricade and onto the entrance stage. When the fan got close, Chris Jericho quickly took a shot at the man. Jericho was so upset, he shoved the security guard who was trying to protect him. This guy got off pretty easy though, compared to what wrestlers would do to disrespectful fans in WCW. WCW was infamous for how often fans would jump the guardrail and attack the wrestlers.
As you move next.
What's this about? What is going on here?
One incident saw a fan attempt
do you think's
to ruin
going on?
one of the biggest moments in wrestling history. At the Bash at the Beach 1996 pay-per-view, Hulk Hogan turned heel and created the New World Order with Kevin Nash and Scott Hall. It was an impactful moment, but a fan tried to steal the spotlight. A man in the crowd got in the ring, but was quickly taken down by Kevin Nash and Scott Hall. This wouldn't be the last time WCW fans tried to mess up shows. During a cruiserweight match, a fan rushed the ring, but was taken out by the referee.
Smallest referee in the world just took him down. How tough is that guy? You're not kidding.
In another incident,
How tough is that
Randy
guy?
Savage was in the process of beating down Kevin Nash when a nut from the crowd got in the ring.
Oh my goodness. We've got a wild scene going on here.
How this next fan left the arena alive is beyond me. Bret Hart and the late Jim Neidhart were on
Yeah, I saw this. Yeah, I've seen that already. Seen them too.
My Vinted empire runs on an eye for detail and a nose for profit. I curate every touch point. People
Come on, Everett.
One of the things that makes our industry unique is the fan interaction. Chants, cheers, and boos are an important part of wrestling, but then there are the fans who take things too far. We've all seen videos of fans jumping the barricade and getting involved, but they usually don't do anything or are subdued before touching any of the wrestlers. There are the exceptions though, where some crazed fans have been able to take down the stars of the show.
Let me just see. Okay, yeah, we've seen those ones already.
In 2005, Eddie Guerrero tragically passed away, and this shocked and devastated the entire wrestling world. As the world was mourning the loss of Eddie, the independent wrestling promotion CZW wanted to pay tribute year of 2000.
I'm just seeing the ones that I haven't watched. Yeah, from here. Okay.
12. After his match with Vince McMahon, Punk ran into the crowd full of people. This
Oh, yeah.
seemed to be a
We've seen this. Seen that.
violating wrestlers to fans violating wrestlers and their personal space. This happened to John Cena when he was in the UK, and a YouTuber by the name of Modine spotted him and started recording him asking if he was John Cena. This is how the incident started.
Are you the WWE? I swear that's him, bro. Are you WWE in it?
Yes.
Wow, whoa.
Okay.
Nice to see you. I'm with John Cena, WWE, innit?
Thank you for asking.
Why is that you? Or?
No, thank you for asking to take your video.
Oh, sorry. Sorry about that. Whoa, John Cena, bro.
After listening to John Cena's explanation of his frustration, the fan said this.
He didn't like because I'm taking video on that. It's your boy Modine, the realist. Yeah.
Eventually, he was still recording and he wanted to offer some advice to John Cena before he left the store, but that did not go so well, especially since John Cena already told him to stop recording without permission just a few minutes prior to this.
Take care, bro. I got some advice for you.
Yes, be respectful.
All right, I'll be respectful.
That's my advice for you.
My name.
Ask if you can take a video, but you're just shooting video.
No, you know me. I'm
respectful.
famous.
I don't want to talk to you.
I'm famous. I'm Modine.
It doesn't matter who you are. You don't treat anyone with respect.
I got respect for you.
Treat people with respect.
I got
Thank you for asking to film my video and then filming the entire time I'm in the store. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you do.
You know, Speaker's Corner, London.
I don't care.
I help people.
This guy's being a dick. I'm not gonna lie. He's just harassing John. Like, bro, just give it up.
Thank you very much for being respectful.
I swear, if you need anything, just let me know.
Randy Orton's personal space was
I highly doubt he's gonna let you know about anything, dude. You're basically nobody to him.
also violated. While exercising at a gym, a wrestling fan was excited to see one of his favorite superstars, and that's when the fan asked Randy Orton for a picture, but Orton rejected and pointed at his headphones, insinuating that he could not hear him. Randy was clearly locked in. He was focused on his workout and nothing else. Upset that he couldn't take a picture with him, the fan took one without his consent, and that is when the heel inside of Randy came out. Orton approached the fan and said this: "What the f are you doing? I said no goddamn pictures. Are you stupid?" After this incident made the news, that's when Randy went to Twitter to say some more things about what went down. And the first tweet says, "Apparently I hurt a fan's feelings when I told him to F off at the gym yesterday. That's news. Been happening for 15 years. Hashtag get a life." And
Absolutely.
Then Randy said this: "I get paid to train. In between every set, I can't take pics. He needs to suck it the F up and go to the gym to train, not to be a fanboy." One fan did reply to Orton saying that if they saw him at the gym, they better take a pic with him because they're too much of a fan to let him leave without asking. And that's when Orton said that
So if I see you at a gym, you better take a pic with me. I'm too much of a fan to let you leave without
they're
asking.
too much of a fan to let him leave.
Okay, who told him that he has fucking rights? If that makes sense.
Without asking, and that's when Orton said that all the fan had to do was wait till he was done, then it would have been cool. I can understand Randy's frustration. He's been dealing with all these kinds of fans for so many years now. I mean, just take a look at this fan who also completely violated his personal space as well. Taking a picture of Randy while he's in the bathroom washing his hands is not cool. You need to do better. Some other fans
Absolutely.
that do better are the ones from Argentina who were following Sami Zayn on the street while recording him. This is something you should do, and it was making him angry, and it got to a point where he had to scream this at the fans, which finally got them to stop.
Can you get the away from me, please?
Fans following wrestlers is actually a common occurrence. It frequently happens at airports since fans know where the wrestlers will be traveling to. This is why there are tons of videos of fans bombarding superstars with a lot of items begging for
Live.
signatures. This is an invasion of space and privacy, and it actually happened to Rey Mysterio, and this was his reaction.
They don't let us do shit like this anymore. So I'm signing for you guys to make money.
And we appreciate it.
Ray, I've been a fan since I was a little kid, man.
The fans come up and ask for an autograph.
Well, I actually am a fan.
Back in the 80s, dude.
That's why I'll sign one.
I'm a huge fan, man.
I signed one for you.
Rey Mysterio isn't the only one who experienced this crowd at an airport. Rhea Ripley was also a victim. As you can see in this video, she looks extremely exhausted and just ready to go home, but she's got to sign all these autographs because there's a bunch of people around her, and Rhea even made this comment about the crowd of people growing by the seconds. As we just saw it happen with Rey Mysterio and Rhea.
It's fucking disgusting. Like, just let the wrestlers be them, bro. I don't get it.
People around her, and Rhea even made this comment about the crowd of people growing by the seconds. As we just saw it happen with Rey Mysterio and Rhea Ripley, and you can add Sasha Banks to that list. This fan spotted Sasha at the airport and took this picture with her. Sasha doesn't seem too happy about it because she's not, and she believed this wasn't a coincidence, but instead the fan was looking for her, and she even addressed this in an interview saying this.
What, you want me to talk about how much I hate being bothered at the airport? To me, I have such a big, and I grew up a wrestling fan, so I knew that I wanted to meet all my favorite wrestlers, but always in the back of my head, I never thought in my life to be like, hey, they're gonna fly in. Maybe I should wait at the airport for 12 hours at a gate. Like, to me, that's stalking. I don't tweet out what hotel I'm at. I don't tweet out what airline I'm flying out. I do tweet you what arena I will be performing at.
Right.
So I do expect fans at the arena, and I'm so happy to sign at the arena. That's fine because I'm telling you where I'm going to be at. If I see you in public, that's fine. But when I'm at an airport at 4 in the morning and I see somebody with a carry-on and then they open it with 100 items of everyone and they're bothering everybody to get an autograph, and then I see it on eBay, that's not okay to me.
The next incident of a
Absolutely.
fan violating a wrestler was someone trying to be racist to Io Sky, telling her to go back to China. This was nothing but stupid and racist, and Io Sky handled the situation.
Bro, look at Io. Would you want to offend her? I wouldn't. Just too cute, man.
Perfectly.
I'm not saying that in a weird way, but like, if you see video, you know what I mean, man. Stop making this weird.
That's not the only time a fan tried to violate a wrestler by attempting to roast them. It happened to our tribal chief on an episode of SmackDown, and I'm afraid to admit that she kind of roasted Roman pretty good. This is what the fan
Oh, I
said.
think I might know what he's on about.
Like I said, I can't lie, Roman got destroyed with that line, but that's okay. It happens to the best of us. It's alright when fans poke fun at wrestlers and their characters.
Yeah, that's fine.
This next incident isn't so fun because a fan took it too far. Before a dark match, the Revival were taunting a fan in the crowd, and they got to a point where the fan would actually spit on Dax. And this is just going too far, and the fan was kicked out of the show because of this.
Right.
This is not cool, and Carlito would be disappointed. And the last incident is when a fan threw a water bottle at Kalisto. This actually struck him in the face. Although it didn't seem too serious initially, Kalisto did post a photo online showing
Busted its lip, yeah.
This was incredibly dangerous, and it was unnecessary, but thankfully it was something that they managed to recover from fairly quickly. Anyways, that is it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching.
Don't get it, man. Stop stalking myself. We'll watch this one. And then we'll watch
video
this.
went viral across the internet of Rey Mysterio being stalked by some people who wanted his autograph to sell some merch and make more money. Take a look.
They don't let us do shit like this anymore. So I'm signing for you guys to make money.
And we appreciate it, honestly.
Ray, I've been a fan since I was a little kid, man.
The fans come up and ask for an autograph.
Well,
I actually am a fan.
Back in the 80s, dude.
That's why I'll sign one.
I'm a huge fan, man.
I signed one for you.
First of all, you aren't a Rey Mysterio fan if you're recording him without a mask. The disrespect
Exactly.
is crazy.
Exactly.
It's out of this world. Even though we all know how he looks, this just isn't cool. On top of that, you aren't a fan who casually just saw him at the airport. You guys have a ton of things with you, and you want him to sign all of it. This was clearly done with the intent of finding him or other wrestlers to make some more money. from them. I don't know how much research went behind this, but this shit is just weird. Rey Mysterio isn't the only victim of this. Another video shows Liv Morgan absolutely bombarded at the airport with a bunch of people asking her for an autograph. Similar to Rey Mysterio, these people have so much merch with them. It's like they were just waiting there expecting to see someone from the WWE. This is just sad. And Liv Morgan signed all of it, but I feel bad for her. She didn't have to do that. People like Sasha Banks have complained about this in the past, rightfully so. I can't believe I have to say this, but y'all weird.
Big up, like, I respect Liv for signing all those. Look how many motherfuckers there are, bro. If y'all like, if I got to a point where I was famous as Liv, am I semi-famous? I'm a little bit famous, yes. But if y'all motherfuckers come up to me and be like, yo, can you sign this? That's it. Can you sign this? Can you sign this? Can you sign this? I'm like, no, dog, no. If I'm tired, dog, and I want to get to a fucking hotel or airport or wherever the fuck I have to be, I'm gonna be like, no. Because if y'all motherfuckers are for real, like, look, it's just recording Liv, Gianna, whatever you know her as, Liv, is without permission. It's just like, fuck, mate. Why? It makes me be like, why are these people wrestling fans? Why are we wrestling fans if we're just gonna fucking bombard motherfuckers while they try to get to an airport or from A to B? You know what I mean? It's just, it pisses me the fuck off. Just don't follow wrestlers, you absolute virgins. I bet the people who follow wrestlers at airports are actual virgins. I honestly believe that. Because do you see females stalking wrestlers? No, I'm not. Okay, I'm not gonna go there other road. There might be, but mainly they're not there. I'm not gonna be sexist. I'm sorry. I'll stop what I'm talking. But you get what I'm coming across. I'm gonna get cancelled for that. Fuck's sake. I'm joking. I'm not joking on the stalking bit. I almost broke my phone. I'm not stalking on the stalking bit. I was just talking about the old men. I was joking. It's a joke, people. Relax. I'm joking. Jesus Christ. But yeah, don't follow wrestlers at airports. It's fucking ridiculous. Because look at, like, Liv's obviously tired. Because she was at a show. She was traveling. She was still doing A, B, and C. You know what I mean? And it's just like, God, if y'all do this to me, you will get very snappy me. Like, when I'm tired, I get snappy. I would snap at y'all motherfuckers for real. But Liv's obviously way better than I am. I'm just putting it in my eyes, my perspective, what I would do, if that makes sense. But just stop following wrestlers, please.
Especially at the airport. These situations reminded me of what happened to John Cena a few years ago.
Especially not someone like Liv who works their ass off to entertain y'all. Like, hold on. Let me show you something real quick. I don't want a video. I want an image. Why would you want to follow some? That's a crappy photo. Jesus Christ. Why would you want to follow someone who puts their body? I'm trying to say something. Why would you want to follow someone who puts their body on the line like that? Huh? Tell me that, you dumb idiots. Just don't follow wrestlers. I don't get it. Just fucking stop it, man. Jesus. Yeah, that's another one we're gonna react to. Just fucking pack it in and get a life for the I'm sorry if, well, to be fair, this is how I am. I just say I don't sugarcoat shit. Stop following wrestlers. Get a life. Maybe go work hard, get to the WWE, and then you can work alongside them. Don't follow them, or don't just don't follow them. Just don't follow them. You fucking wankers, man. Sorry for swearing, but like I said, that's just how I am. I don't sugarcoat shit. Just don't follow wrestlers, and let's get back to the video. Oh yeah, we've seen this one. Yeah, I'm just gonna skip past the ones that I've seen. Scene. Here we go. Cena, what the hell?
What he was wearing. This has got to be the funniest picture I've seen.
Yeah, I've seen this.
Cena. Whatever movie this is, I'm watching it because I know I'll get a good laugh from it. And now let's get on to Tony Khan gassing up a war between AEW and WWE that simply just doesn't exist anywhere else but in his own mind.
What's interesting is The story that is the most
Tony Khan is not real. I'm saying this right now. This man is AI generated or something. Joke.
the most intense and the most hatred in all of pro wrestling is that between the two wrestling promotions. I think we truly, truly hate each other. And I think it makes for really exciting TV, and it makes for an exciting wrestling war.
This is him explaining why he feels like WWE started this war with him and his company.
About 2 years ago, there was a rumor I read on the internet that my business partner, New Japan Pro Wrestling, had gotten a phone call from Nick Khan about switching over to work with them. And I called the New Japan executives and said, is this true? Did WWE call you and try to get you to...
What's this got to do about stalking wrestlers? Am I missing the point here?
turn on me? And they said, yeah. And I said, okay, well, are we still doing the stuff we have planned? And they told me, no, we don't trust them. We want to work with you and we want to stay with you. And ever since, our relationship has been incredibly positive.
Look, I'm not going to sit here and say that WWE wasn't trying to take business away from AEW, because it sounds like they were, but this sounds like your standard and typical business decision when competition comes along, especially when AEW first came around. The WWE just didn't want them to take the market share. This happens everywhere, and it doesn't necessarily mean that there's a giant war between AEW and WWE. If anything,
I was just texting Josh. I apologize.
It sounds like Tony Khan takes things way too personal in an environment where you have to put your feelings and emotions to the side. This isn't a war, it's just AEW constantly...
I know this isn't... Jesus Christ. I know this isn't about what I'm going to say, but wrestling says leave your ego at the door and just do your shit. I know. Just check your ego at the door. I know that's nothing to do, but it just popped in my head. I'm just going to shut up and watch the video.
trying to take shots at WWE with WWE basically ignoring it. Tony Khan has got to grow up and be more professional about the situation. He also then brought up WWE and their contract tampering.
You know, I've had a lot of wrestlers come to me and allege that WWE reached out to them to tamper with their contracts and ask them to break their contracts. I can't confirm that specifically. I can only tell you what the wrestlers have come to me and said. But I've had multiple wrestlers and staff report that to me. It was a very disturbing.
Isn't this the same company that pretty much had a job lined up for Jeff Hardy when he got out of his contract with WWE? Look, we don't know the exact details on that situation, but I got a feeling like it's a lot more similar to WWE than not. Moving on from AEW, let's talk about Brock Lesnar and his fantasy about Bobby Lashley.
I crawl into bed at night with my wife. All I can think about is Bobby Lashley.
Is this just like a news video? Yeah, okay. I think we'll pass the fans bit. Yeah, we'll find the past fan bit. Okay, right. This is the last thing I want to watch, and then let's I'll give my ideas. I'll give my thoughts on this. So yeah, obviously it's the Saturday Night Main Event match between Rhea Ripley and Io Sky versus my girls Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez. This happened in the match. I haven't watched the match because I don't like watching full matches because I get distracted easily. I have ADHD, but let's watch it.
You keep fucking flopping. Get the fuck up. What are we doing, bro? I know.
Why would you say it's flopping more than Harden?
Get the...
What is it, sorry?
You keep fucking flopping. Get the fuck up. What are we doing, bro?
He said he'll be flopping. Obviously, Roxanne defended herself, which she should have. Absolutely.
Flopping. Get the...
Bro, she's in a match. She's entertaining you, bro. Oh, I'm gonna attack people. I'm playing. Just don't attack wrestlers, especially someone as small as I'm playing. I'm playing. Just don't attack wrestlers. Don't harass wrestlers. Don't, chat shit to wrestlers when they're literally putting their body on the line for you. Just don't be a dick. That's just how it is. Just sit back, enjoy the show, and just be nice. Don't have to attack wrestlers. Don't have to follow wrestlers at airports. Stop that. Just be nice, bro. Just be nice. That's all it is, bro. Stop following wrestlers. Stop harassing wrestlers. Stop attacking wrestlers. Stop whining about if your favorite wrestler isn't winning. Twitter. Just pack it in, bro. Just enjoy wrestling. Like me, did you see me complaining? No. Maybe I complain if someone isn't good in the ring, but it's reasonable. To be fair, I barely complain about wrestling. I just fucking enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Life's too short to be bitching and moaning about whatever. It's too fucking short, man. I've got a label to run. Do you think I'm gonna be like, oh, Roxanne Perez is flopping, Liv Morgan's no. I've got a label to run, motherfucker. I've got shit to do. I haven't got time. I'm just there to enjoy my wrestling. Yes. Do I complain about match? I don't complain. I critique. That's it. Critique matches. Because I watched a match between Maxine and Becky. I like them, by the way. And it was like, it wasn't good. I'm not saying it was shit. But I just felt like it was slow. Because I knew they could have put a banger on. But I feel like it was just really slow. Yeah, they picked the pace up eventually. But I just felt like it was a bit slow. Like, compared to the other matches, like with Roxanne and who else? I'm trying to think who else was on the show. Bron Breakker, Bronson Reed. They were good matches. I just felt like they were a bit... They're alright. I just feel like the match could have been better. Like me, I'm not a complainer. I'm a critiquer. I critique matches. And I know you'll be like, oh, is it you've never wrestled before? I have actually. I know what wrestling is. I've been in a wrestling room before. I know what I'm talking about. Trust me. No hate to any wrestlers, by the way. It's just my opinion. It's opinion based. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna yell at a wrestler. Yo, you floppy. Yo, you suck. You shit. You should retire. No, bro. Life's too short. But yeah, just be nice to people. That's how it is. You know what I mean? Life's too short. I know I've said that about 5 times, but yeah, I have been recording for 50 minutes, so I'm gonna see what Josh wants and chill, I guess. Thank you for watching all the way through. If you have, fuck people who aren't nice. Fuck the IWC. Just fuck people who complain. Wrestlers, stop giving fans what they want. If we're at an airport, just don't follow wrestlers, please. Just stop doing it. It's harassment. Would you like? I always say this. If you're following a wrestler, like, would you like to be followed like that? Would you like to be harassed? Would you like to be in that situation? You know what I mean? But clearly they don't think about that. They're just like, oh my god, it's Liv Morgan. Oh my god, it's Randy Orton. Oh my god, it's John Cena. Oh my god, where's I have to get... Oh, my box in my bag. I have to get this. Oh my god, sign this. Yeah, shove it in the face. God, Jesus Christ, just stop. I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this video, but I get hate anyways, so it's fine with me. Send this to wrestlers so they can relate to it or whatever. I don't know, just send this to people. This needs to stop. Yeah, thank you for watching. See you guys later and peace.